Just anyone who's considering switching, it's not a panacea. It won't solve all your violin problems.
At the time, I guess, was going through so many shoulder rests, like, you know, I had 7 different shoulder rests, and it was just kind of an awful experience trying all of these.
I quit cold turkey, and it was really difficult at first, but after hearing about, and immediately I felt some of the things that he had talked about in terms of benefits of like developing more freedom. So I got a hint of what it could offer, and yeah, I went from there.
But it comes up a little bit higher to like, and so just like that, so that like the collarbones are straight and it goes into your neck, like that.
So my setup right now, I guess I just basically sit my violin on my collarbone, and I'm not holding the violin at this point at all. It's just kind of sitting there as well, so it's a lot of natural forces with the bow that keep the violin up, and inward force as well.
The chin rest proved to be really one of the turning points for like the ease of playing. I would say if anyone's switching to no shoulder rest, you can't just take the shoulder rest off and say all my problems are solved. The part of the setup of no shoulder rest is a chin rest like this. You can't really do it without that.
I think one of the most important things is like having the right placement of the chin rest, because if it's like at the wrong place, it could actually hurt.
With a shoulder rest, everything's just held in place right here, and you know your hand is, you can move it freely without worrying about the instrument dropping. But with the without the shoulder rest, you have to figure out how to coordinate your left hand to keep the violin supported. So that involves, you know, whatever direction it's moving with vibrato or with shifting.
My biggest struggle was this shoulder raising. So yeah, that was, and just like having tension here and freeing that up. The way I kind of tackled that was I did have some experiment with like some sponges and like a cloth, and the cloth was like the last thing I used before just not using anything at all. And sometimes I go back and forth because it's just like the having a feeling of something there kind of alleviates any tension. It kind of tricks the mind into thinking that it's easier and that you don't need to raise the shoulder at all.
Just in general with the left hand is to make sure that you don't pinch your violin between any of your fingers and your thumb, and that the pad of your thumb is not touching the violin, or at least is not gripping the violin. If you get too much of it on the instrument, you're going to wind up, it's going to get stuck, and that's going to hinder your ability to shift around and also support the instrument.
At first, I was still really tight, like my shoulder wanted to come up, and so it was really hard to stay loose, because if you try to stay loose, it just makes you tighter. So like really practicing just to like stay loose and be calm while you're playing.